Hello my fragrance friends, it's Kat and I'm back today to compare YSL Libre, or the range that I've tried anyway, to Burberry Goddess. Now I've heard a few people say they're quite similar. I've had people ask me what I think about them both. And I've just recently done a video comparing the 4 YSL Libre fragrances that I have, so the 4 different flankers. So I'll have that linked on the screen. But I thought this is a nice extension of that because I get to talk about which one I prefer out of these two. Now, why do people compare them? Simply because these both have quite predominant notes of vanilla and lavender. That's where the sort of similarities start and end. So it is the same scent category, but I think they take them into very, very different places. So for example, YSL Libre, this has a lot more going on in terms of notes. It's actually considered predominantly a white floral accord, followed by citrus, lavender, and vanilla. So that's what makes this up. And I think the white florals are very, very, very dominant and the main thing that differentiates the two. It does have mandarin orange, it has black currant, it's got petitgrain, orange blossom, jasmine are what makes that sort of, in my opinion, quite a sharp white floral scent, but it is a fresh lavender opening and settles down to a little bit of a vanilla vibe, which is what this does as well. So I understand the comparison. By contrast, Burberry Goddess is a vanilla forward fragrance. The other accords are lavender, fresh spicy cacao, and sweet. So it doesn't have all that white floral that you're seeing in YSL Libre. The notes of this, there's vanilla, lavender, cacao, ginger, vanilla caviar, and vanilla absolute. So it's a lot more vanilla-y. Now I have both of these on my hands today and I'm smelling the differences. To me, this has almost like a soapy vanilla vibe to it. It smells clean, it smells fresh, it's very mass appealing. It's a really nice balanced fragrance. I like layering it with other fragrances as well, but it is a very sort of soapy lavender scent. Whereas in contrast, Burberry Goddess, to me, is far superior. The lavender isn't as sharp, probably because it doesn't have the white florals with it, and it's just a softer, fluffier fragrance. This to me smells like this sort of vanilla-y lavender cloud that settles down to more of a soft cloud like vanilla without the sharpness that is in YSL Libre. So I prefer this one. I think this is such a beautiful fragrance. If you wanted this but more vanilla, I would highly recommend Lattafa Angham because it's a dupe for it, but it is more heavy with the vanilla fragrance. One thing I actually don't like about the Burberry Goddess range, which is why I've only got one flanker of this, is that there are 3 available. So this is the original. Then they brought out Intense, which I thought I would have liked because I love this. Give me a more intense version, I'll take it. But the intense version, it's gone into a weird direction. They've got the same lavender, they've got vanilla, they've got 4 types of vanilla, but they've also got patchouli, which ends up giving this sort of dirty patchouli woodiness, which I don't like in the intense. So where they've made it more intense is they've put in a very unpleasant note to my nose. So I never bothered buying the intense version. They recently brought out the parfum version, which I'm like, okay, cool, let's try this. But again, there's something that they've put in this that turns me off. So they've lent a little bit more into the vanilla. So it's vanilla, sweet, fruity, but then it's got leather. Why'd you do that to me? I hate leather. They've added in raspberry in the top, so that's where that fruitiness comes in. Again, they've got 3 types of vanilla, so it's vanilla, vanilla, vanilla. But then they've got suede in the base. So there's something that's sharp and unpleasant about it. So I would buy every flanker known to man if they just made this an extension of what it currently is without adding in something to change the DNA entirely. So I smelled all 3 in store the other day and I just kept coming back to the original because I'm like, the original is where it's at. It's this beautiful, fluffy cloud of perfectly mixed lavender and vanilla, and that settles down to this vanilla cloud, and it is stunning. I love it so much. If you wanted a more vanilla intense version, again, I would say Angham is where you go. I would not personally bother with the flankers because where they're going is a place I don't want to go. So I love this one more than YSL Libre because I think it's a superior, fluffy, beautiful scent that I can wear all year round. It is just, it makes me happy. It really makes me happy. But what I prefer about YSL is their flankers. They've done their flankers so much better, which is why I've got a bunch of them. So essentially what you do is you start with the original, in my opinion, and then you can either go deeper, richer into the vanilla, or you can go fresher, and they give you multiple versions of this same DNA, just with different elements enhanced. The Intense is almost like a night version of this. So you got day, night, you got summer, winter. It's the same thing, but just a lot richer, a lot warmer, a lot more vanilla. Then you have Le Parfum, which is just a lot sweeter. If you're not a fan of lavender or that fresh opening with this one has more honey and sort of, it's got ginger and it's a little bit warmer, a little bit sweeter, less fresh. And they recently brought out Vanille Couture, which again has a lot more vanilla in it. So it's a similar kind of vibe, but the dry down is like pure vanilla extract. In the other direction, they also have fresher versions. If you don't like the vanilla, there's one without a vanilla. If you want one that's fresher with aldehydes, you've got that. If you want a fresher one with coconut, they've got that too. So essentially they've taken this flanker and they've tweaked it. So if you want something taken out or something intensified, you've got options. But that's not what Burberry did. And if they did, I would buy a lot more of these flankers. But as it is, this is my favorite out of the two, but I like this range overall more because I think it is just a lot more versatile, whereas this has gone into some weird territory. Oh, it's so good. I would wear this over Libre any day of the week, and I own 4 Libras, so that's my opinion. Let me know if you've tried any of these, what your favorite is. My favorites, like these stay out all the time because these are so lovely. These are a compliment magnet. They are just, I love them. I love them. I love them. I also just wanted to add that I actually don't like lavender. I get headaches from certain lavender notes and really strong lavender fragrances. And all of these fragrances I mentioned, I can happily wear any time of the year. It doesn't give me a headache. So if you hate lavender, avoid them. But if you like some lavender, if it's done well, these pass the vibe check with me. Or the headache check, whatever. If you do want to see a little bit more about my YSL collection and what I think about the new fragrance and where it fits in the range, I'll have a video on the screen and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.